So go ahead and grab your cans. Your knees can bend, so you bend your knees. Now bend your elbows, so your fists are holding the cans, your elbows are bent, and they're kind of leaning on the floor. Push down through your feet and lift your back up off the floor just a couple inches. Good. Hold here. Tuck your tailbone under, so that imagine that you're shortening the distance between your pelvic, like your pelvis and your chest. Good. And then slowly bring your back down to the ground, trying to make your back as flat and as long as you can. Good. So keep your whole back on the floor like this. Now you're going to lift your elbows up off the floor, maybe a foot off the floor. So the elbows are a foot off the floor, and we're going to do small pulses from that point straight. So you're going to bend the elbows, 90-degree angle, and then straight up. Bend and straight. So elbows stay off the floor the whole time. There you go. So it's almost like a chest press here. And so even though you're holding the cans, try to not grip them too tight. Good. Keep going. Tell me when your arms start to warm up a little bit and feel like they're burning. Yeah? Okay, good. Now we count. Push your back to the floor. 2, 3. Keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now push them up straight and hold them. Now turn your hands so that the backs of the cans face behind you and the other end of the can or the weight faces in front of you. And we're going to drop those cans by your head, like to the sides of your head, and then straight back up. So you're going to bend your elbows and then straight again, trying to keep your triceps the same place. So you drop those elbows, bend the elbows, dropping the cans on either side of your temples, and then straight back up. Good. 10 more here. 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, yes. 5 is going to help with all sorts of things on those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax those cans down by the side. Give your arms a little moment to breathe. Turn your wrists, stretch your wrists, and make circles with your hands. Do hand circles just with your hands so you stretch your wrists. Put the cans to the side. Good, go one way and then the other. Open and close your hands, so release, squeeze and release those hands. Okay? And then, now the cans are done. Interlace your hands behind your head. You're going to lift your head and even your shoulders off the ground, like your shoulder blades off the ground. So you're going to look towards your knees and pulse, little pulses here, keeping your eyes on those tops of your knees. So pulsing, using your core here as you pulse up, bringing your elbows a few inches closer to your knees. Keep pulsing. Good, keep going. 10 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring it down. We're not done. We're going to do a little more of that core though. Come back to that intention you set as you breathe in and breathe out. And then interlace those hands back behind your head. Pull your shoulder blades off the floor, and we're going to draw your left elbow towards your right knee. So pulses here again, coming up and down. You got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. We're going to go right into the other side. And then this is our finale. So make it count. Last 10. Right elbow towards your left knee. You got it. There you go, Phyllis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let it go out. Lift your hips up. So bend your knees. Lift your hips up so you can feel a little bit of a back bend here. Maybe even interlacing your hands underneath as you drive your arms down and lift your hips up. Good, and then be on the ground. And then when you lift your hips up, you could also, if you want, bring your hands underneath together, pushing them down to the ground. Good, and now release. Now counter pose, pull those knees into your chest or your knees in towards your shoulders so you can rock left and right. Yeah, this was a doozy. And then can you bring your hands to your knees and make circles with your knees going in opposite directions? So big circles. Yeah, there you go, Diana. So you even feel, yeah, so like your right, start with your right leg and do your right knee counterclockwise. And then the left leg, the left knee making clockwise circles. So they're both simultaneously drawing circles. So you get into the hips. There you go, Phyllis. So you really get that hip opening when you separate them. And that's going to help with the lower back. All right. And then drop those legs to the feet to the ground, and can you drop your knees towards the right side? So you can stagger your knees. Take your right hand, slide it down from your hip to your knee and pull. Yep, right hand onto your left leg, down to your left knee. Yeah. And then coming back to center. And dropping those knees over to the left side. And you can be staggered, taking your left hand and slide it down your hip to your knee and pull. Good. And release. Coming back to the center. Making any other adjustments before making your way to the final resting pose, Shavasana. You can let your legs come out. They can be like a starfish. Your arms can come out. Take up as much space as you like. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then let it all go. Blowing it all out. Relax your shoulders. Feeling the weight of your left arm on the floor. The weight of your right arm heavy onto the floor. Your right leg. And your left leg. And your whole body be supported by the ground beneath you. Bringing your awareness back into your breath. And you can place one hand on your belly or both hands on your belly. Maybe one hand on your chest. Just thanking yourself for doing this work, this self-care. And come back to that intention that you set. Okay, you give yourself a little bit of a hug here, sliding your hands from your shoulders down to your elbows, just up and down. As you come back to that intention you set for yourself. And then reaching your arms up overhead. You can bend your knees, pull your knees into your chest, rocking yourself left and right, bringing that movement back into your body. Then making your way back up to a seated position. And through your spine, you can roll your shoulders up, back and down. Lay your... That was what, Diana? Diana, still out for a jury for Diana if it was wonderful or... Good. Well, lucky for you two ladies, it is recorded. So I'm going to send it to you so that you can do it in 2 days' time. So just remember how it feels now. So take a moment here, take a deep breath in, and let it go. Remember this feeling and what you just did in the last 45 minutes to create this feeling. You can bring your palms together to your chest. Namaste, y'all.